A banker, oh my god, I'm sorry. But a bunker for banging.
Teenage homoerotic fight clubs.
And Jingle Jangle is back. That's right, you're watching Riverdale right here with us.
On Gingerdale.
Stay tuned. Oh, goodness. Woo!
Yes.
Okay, you know what I love? I love the fact that we have commandeered Mr. Lodge's office twice. So far, we are back in Mr. Lodge's office. He has no idea. We go places where Veronica can't even get to. So this is great.
It's true.
This is what we do.
We're like
here.
omnipresent right now.
Yeah, right.
I like
right?
that.
We're sitting up. They have no idea that we're here, and we'll get out before anyone figures it out. So, with that being the case, how was your week?
My week was great. Yeah.
It's only like Wednesday.
It's only Wednesday, yeah. But so far, so good.
Yeah?
You know? Yeah, I've been waiting for Riverdale, of course. And passing time with work and K-dramas.
K-dramas. I see. Okay, so right up your alley, Riverdale.
Yeah, and how about your week?
For my week, it's been pretty boring. I've been listening to a lot of the same music and eating Subway.
Which, yeah.
Yeah, eat fresh.
Yeah. You know what? Subway is like the #1 product placement in K-dramas. So really, we have the same week.
Oh my God, look at that. Hey, Subway, just saying, if you guys want to sponsor.
We're here waiting.
We're here and we'll eat your food. Mm-hmm. And we're not Jared. So, moving on.
To Riverdale?
Yes. Let's move on to Riverdale. And you know what? Just right into it. We're going to go into talking points. We're going to jump all around. We're not going to chronological. You guys already saw the episode.
Right.
So just stay tuned. Stick with us for the ride.
Yeah, the biggest part of the episode,
exactly, right? So right into the biggest part of the episode, Gargoyle King. Everything concerning the Gargoyle King in the episode. Yeah. Where do we want to start?
Well, let's start with this D&D knockoff.
Well, I'm sorry, it's called G&G.
Yes, sorry, G&G.
Right? Griffins and Gargoyles. If you're going to say anything about it, make sure you say it right. Don't insult all that Ethel had to do to play the game. Okay?
This is true. This game is serious business. It is not a joke.
Wow.
And Ethel is here to show us the way without explaining anything about
the game at all. That was the part that tripped me out.
Yeah.
But even before we get into that, Ethel and Evelyn, Ever and Ever. Mm-hmm. Oh God, horrible name. They're buddies now.
Yes.
So
helping each other through seizure crises.
Well, not helping each other. Ethel's just, hey, every once in a while, sprinkle a little seizure dust on you, and then I'll come protect you also. So it's like I'll give you the seizure, and then I'll make sure you're not having it. I guess I don't know how that works out, but apparently Ethel is down for it. Right. I mean, they're buddies, hugging and everything in a hallway, and I love the Jughead and Betty noticed it immediately.
Yes,
it was like,
they caught on really fast. They were being, there was a lot of things that I thought it would take them a while to notice, like Evelyn being there for the seizures, that they immediately caught on to and were really sleuthing. Like, it really was like Nancy Drew and her Hardy Boy.
Her Hardy Boy. I love it, because it's true, he is. He is. God, I love you. So, Jughead immediately wants to play Griffins and Gargoyles. Mm-hmm. And that's a smart move, But immediately when he says it, and Betty also says, oh, I want to too, Ethel looks immediately at her and says, you're not worthy.
Yeah. She's like, Jughead, you could maybe be worthy. Betty, you will never be worthy.
Yeah, so, I don't get that. Was it all to push her away ultimately, so this way she can go ahead and make out?
Oh, Okay. So it was like you think that she wanted to make out with Jughead.
Dude, I'm telling you.
She wanted to make Jughead her partner in the game.
I don't think it was any other reason except for that.
Interesting.
She wanted to make out with him.
I was thinking that there was like an opposite connection where she wanted to push her to Evelyn. You know what I mean?
Well, because then later she does go.
Right.
Oh,
so I don't know.
Shoot.
So but we've got a question here.
Hey, all right, we got a super chat right here from Andros the Warrior High Alpha. Will Archie's Weird Mystery become the live show? Now, Archie's Weird Mystery was an animated series that came out a while back. Archie's Weird Mystery.
I don't know about this. Oh my God.
It was a show.
I'm learning something new.
If you're in California, it was on Channel 13. If you're in New York, it was Channel 4.
Wow, you know channel numbers.
Yeah, I forgot. But
really deep.
Archie's Mysteries was a show, and I wonder. That's a good question. But I think what they're going to do, they're going to go more beyond Archie's Weird Mysteries, and I think we're going to go for almost not Afterlife,
right?
For sure,
but it's like Afterlife-esque.
Yes, it's going to go kind of right there.
Yeah.
We're going there right now,
right?
And it feels like closer and closer we get, we're going to get to the moment where it's like it's all connected to Sabrina. We have some kind of inside news that says that they will actually have a connection for both shows.
A real connection.
Yes. Okay. There won't be a whole thing where it's like,
because before they were saying,
mentioned.
no crossover.
Oh, no. They're going to be connected without the crossover yet.
Okay.
But they're going to be connected.
Okay.
They were talking about it, and Berlanti actually said something concerning it. You can actually read that in an article we did 2 weeks ago.
Nice.
I believe, on that hashtag show. And that's where you can get a lot of your info. If you guys haven't caught up on it, go to that hashtagshow.com. You'll be able to read up on everything concerning Riverdale and almost anything else you like.
Yeah,
on
that's true.
In the geekosphere.
In the geekosphere, right? As long as you hashtag about it normally, you could probably find it.
There you go.
That's
how it works. On that hashtagshow.com. Yeah. So check it out there.
But yeah, Ethel, to your point about Ethel and Jughead, like that was definitely on purpose, right? Because that's been like a half century worth of
that's right.
unrequited obsession.
Yeah, because in the comic it's been that way also.
Yeah.
Where she was
like
Ethel
always, wants Jughead, Jughead wants burgers.
In the comic she one time kidnapped Hot Dog and then made it look like Hot Dog ran away so that he would come to her.
Wow.
So I found a hot dog for you.
See, so even in the comics, Ethel was a little bit
single white female. Single white female. Out there. That's immediately what I think when I think of Ethel. I think she scares me. I think
she is very scary.
And I like a woman that's, a little bit,
Yeah.
But my only problem is Ethel has that blank kind of stare where it's almost like, I'll dedicate myself to anything. Yeah. Even if it's ridiculous.
She wants it too much.
Yeah.
She
wants to belong too much, and it just drives me insane.
Right. You know what? That's so true, though. Like, wants to belong too much. Like, when we first saw her, she seemed kind of cool. Like, weird, but, she was there, but you could tell she had that, need to sort of, belong, to be a part of things. And so now,
definitely.
I guess, off screen somewhere, she's found a way to belong to something.
Right? Exactly. So it's like, well, more and more we continue on with it. That's why we're going to see a whole lot more of it. Look at her. That is literally the stare of someone that will put a brick between your legs and break it because they don't want you to leave their cabin.
Yeah, that is the misery
Just
look.
Think about that.
That is absolutely the misery look.
She's like, you have nowhere to go. And he's like, no, I do. Not anymore. Yeah. What am I eating? Oh, hot dogs. Wait, you mean hot dog or
okay, I definitely thought that you were going to go with you could eat me, but
no. See, wow.
I'm sorry.
Whoa.
That's where I was going with it.
How are we getting here?
Well, this is Riverdale, where the teenagers are all actually 30.
Oh, God, yeah, that's true. So
mentally
we'll move on.
speaking.
It's 90210 now. So from there, Jughead gets his intro into it. Ethel pretty much molests Jughead by telling him, you have to kiss me.
Yeah, that was so upsetting.
It was
Can you imagine you have to kiss Ethel so that you can poison yourself?
Wow.
Which one is really the greater evil?
Or you take it the other way. You have to kiss Jughead so you can poison yourself. That's what she did.
Yeah.
Ooh, either way it goes.
It's
not that fun because the poison is the problem.
Yeah, the poison is the problem.
And also, sometimes the poison can be kissing Ethel. So that can be an issue. I'm just saying. It kind of gets me at moments. Like right now, people are saying right now that people are going on and on right now. Jay's Party Adventure in the chat right now is saying how so upset at the fact they killed Dilton.
Yeah.
Now, I've got to ask this question.
Okay.
Do you really miss Dilton?
You know what? I miss Dilton's potential. I feel like they could have carved out a real story for Dilton. Okay. And because, Riverdale, Archie comics have a really rich history.
Yes.
It's, all these different characters that weave a different tapestry of the town.
Right.
And there's some of them that, they've brought in and they've used in, weird and fun ways.
True.
And so when you kill a character, it does reduce the opportunities to use them in weird and fun ways in the future. So, when they killed Midge last season. And I was like,
oh, yeah.
We barely saw Midge.
Yeah, well, just for a squeak minute. And then she's gone. Yeah.
But,
they killed Dilton, but I still think Dilton was a diddler, so I don't know. That's my opinion. I'm just saying it. Dude, he hangs around with... Okay, anyway.
All right, so one thing that we know is that Betty and Jughead, like we said, were on the case. But when they weren't on the case, they were in Dilton's bunker. Disrespecting his memory.
Dude!
With their love affair.
Oh my god, a bunker for banging.
So, how did you guys feel about that? That's what I would love to know what the chat thought about Bughead this episode. Because they were doing some great detective work, but I don't know. There was like a weird feeling, like you guys already mentioned, the quote-unquote cheating on Betty for the game, but also like that cut from Phallus directly to Bughead.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, no.
We don't need to see the parents and then their kids.
I did not like that at all. I did not like that at all. The whole thing about, going from the parents to the children, it was like, creepy, now I don't want to see anymore. This is not okay. Can we stop it?
Yeah.
I'm not okay with that at all.
I don't know what that feeling is, because like I loved, in season 1, Bughead was like, at first I will say I was upset because Jughead is asexual in the comics.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
I wanted to see
right.
that. I was like, we need more. We
but then again, he did date Toni Topaz though.
That's true. He did.
So that was like,
but then I loved Bughead. I thought that they were really well done.
Oh, Bughead? Pretty good.
And now it's like, people love Phallus, but like, as Phallus rises, I don't know what's going on with Bughead. Phallus rises. I'm sorry.
I know what you're saying.
But yes.
As Phallus does become like something more and more, everybody's going crazy over it.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's like, yes. Well, we've been waiting for it forever. We knew that it was a thing. We saw Chick. Well, what we thought was Chick for the moment. And immediately we were like, oh my God. Chick, the love child of Phallus. So we were like, yes, this is going to be the thing. Alice, FP and Alice, bring them together. Here goes their child. So we know that there is a chance.
Yeah.
And now with, our Black Hood out of the way, now we have them together.
Yeah.
And it does feel good. It feels right.
It feels right.
Honestly,
even
it
if
does.
Apparently it's the farm that opened her up to...
Yeah.
That was jeez. I'm sorry, I'm bringing it down. But
it is true.
Like, they said that for a reason.
And then also, we do have the issue concerning the farm. We have Evelyn, who's hosting like a farm club at school. Like, how does that work out? Because clearly the farm's a cult. How does that work out?
Yeah.
Like, how do they allow them to be like, hey, let's talk about cults in school?
Well, you're suggesting that Riverdale High has like a specific set of rules that it expects its students to follow.
I am hoping because I doubt they allow them to have a club for like I don't know what another cult will be. I don't know, but whatever another cult may be.
Scientology?
Is that a cult? Sorry. I don't know. Sorry, we don't want to insult some people. Tom Cruise may come and kill us. I'm not. Nope. Hey Tom, I love you. So with that being the case, I'm just saying they bring in a cult into the school. No one has a problem with it. But then again, like you said, it's Riverdale. No one's paying attention.
Right.
The parents aren't. No one is. So they let the kids do what they want. Yeah,
adopting them all.
Only we are. And something else that we are definitely paying attention to is Betty's confrontation with everyone.
Yes.
All the farm girls.
Yeah. That was pretty badass of her.
That was so good. She gets in there and talks, okay, we're going to have a conversation about the farm. We're going to, about a non-judgmental conversation. That's what we're going to have. And Evelyn's ready to help lead it with the farm girls. And then the one moment where Betty was like, oh, no, we're not having this.
Yeah.
Once they said, oh, well, we know about everything. You hiding the body with your mother.
That was crazy. Can you believe that Alice did that? That Alice shared that information?
What is wrong with Alice? I don't understand.
Because at least before, she would go to great lengths to protect her daughters, even if the way that she did it was like... not what we liked.
Yeah, exactly.
We didn't like to see how she did it, but she cared about at least their safety. And now it's like, the farm is really on something if they got Alice to spill all those
Seriously.
things.
So I'm trying to figure out, we definitely know. Okay, yes, it is a cult, but we want to know what practices are they doing to get people to actually commit to them, to agree to do whatever they want. And then the interesting thing is when Betty gets upset, confronts them, and starts spilling tea everywhere. Just like, forget it, she didn't spill tea, she had a hose ready, and she was like...
And Evelyn helped too, because Evelyn was one that spilled that Alice knew about the G&G.
That was right. Yeah. So then immediately, once she starts getting way too into it, and Evelyn can't pull her back, all of a sudden, she starts to spaz out. So it has to be known that Evelyn is definitely in charge of the seizures.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Has to be. So Evelyn immediately, because it was like you saw Betty start to really rise up and say what she had to say. Her mom, Alice, couldn't calm her down.
Right.
And Evelyn was like, wait. And she said no. And blah, blah. And she kept going on. Once she said no to Evelyn, immediately, that's when Evelyn looked at her for a moment. And then wobbly.
That was scary.
So,
that was,
So the thing is, I need to know how much witchcraft is involved, or how much of what is involved with when it comes to the seizures, and does it have to do with the drugs that they're taking for the G&G game?
Right.
And if so, is Alice essentially poisoning Betty?
That's right, because someone would have to be giving Betty.
Someone would have to be giving Betty it.
But maybe Alice doesn't know that that's what she's, she doesn't necessarily know that that's happening.
True, because if Edgar is like, here, just take this and give this to your daughter, blah, blah, blah.
It's good for, it'll be good for her, yeah. Exactly.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't know. It's all a big conspiracy, but it definitely goes back to that farm.
Yeah. Well, I wonder, you guys, let us know in the chat, do you guys think that there is a connection between the seizures, Evelyn, and, the game?
Yeah, right.
Let us know if you guys think that there is a connection between the three.
The calls coming from inside the house.
Yeah, or do you guys think there's another connection for the seizures? If so, let us know in the chat. We're going to continue talking, and then we'll go back and we'll check it out. See what you guys think. But I think so. I think there's some kind of connection between maybe the three, maybe the two. I don't know for sure. So, moving on from there.
Yeah.
Jughead in the bunker. Still, he's trapped in a bunker. I mean, look, I'll say it this way. If you ever see me out with a ginger, most likely I'm being held hostage. I didn't do this on my own volition. I feel that's exactly what happened with Jughead, too. It's not his own volition. It's like he's trapped in there. And so when you're trapped, when in Rome, So she's like, hey, you have to drink this thing to play the game, blah, blah. Oh, I've already kissed you. I don't mind. So he's like, all right, fine. I'll drink this stuff.
Yeah.
He drinks it.
Yeah.
He's perfectly fine. Leaves his lips a little blue, which we'll get to that in a bit. So we can get to, I think, Jay Party's favorite line, or DDT's favorite line, which is, I see the blue stuff on your lip, boy. I saw that in the chat earlier. But so immediately, right there, he drinks it perfectly fine. And then Ethel drinks.
Yep. Which, Ethel, at this point, later when she said that she wasn't trying to kill herself, I was like, what did you think was going to happen when he drank the good one? Yeah. Obviously, there was only the bad one left.
And the thing is,
where did you think that was going?
What makes it worse? No one else did the pouring of that prior to him walking in besides you, Ethel.
Yeah, you did that to yourself.
Ethel, you knew which one was bad.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
So, I guess it's like either they don't see it as dying, they really do see it as going to some other plane of existence.
Maybe.
Or it's just delusions. It's just literally they are on drugs that they don't know what's going on. I don't know.
That's true. I don't know. I'm trying to still figure that out, but we already know Ethel she just wants to belong.
Yeah.
So sometimes I think, then again, if both of the cups look the same, she puts it in, she doesn't switch her to herself. She doesn't know which one is what. If she's not really paying attention, then she's like, all right,
maybe
go
she thinks
for it.
that Jughead is filled with such virility that it just didn't affect him.
Maybe, or maybe she's thinking, it will happen to him later in a little bit, whatever. And then so she's like, but why the rush to drink it so quickly? There was so many things that were just weird to me. So she's talking to him, and he looks away for a second, and then she jumps for it. Yeah. Oh, let me jump for it.
I guess she has to drink it. I guess the Gargoyle King told her she had to drink it.
It's part of the game.
That's part of it. She already did her job, which was to pass out the pamphlets to everyone, right? So now everyone's going to read it, and they're going to presumably do the same thing she did. So her usefulness was done.
That's true. Oh my God. Now, okay, in the chat, people are already going crazy for it right now, and I'm loving this right now. So with that being the case, people are saying, I thought it was interesting that Betty stopped convulsing when she stepped back from the group.
Yes, that was a question I had. Is that Betty's willpower, or is that Evelyn letting her go because she's calming down? That's
true, because I would think, I can't say that it's the distance, because Evelyn was much farther from what's her name? Actually, she was much farther from Betty the first time Betty had the seizure.
Yeah.
She was all
right, so it's not a distance. She can do
thing.
it from wherever she is.
That's true. So is it the willpower?
Yeah, so it's either Betty's a strong one, but it also might be that Evelyn might see her as a potential ally or something.
That's true. So at this point, are we going to accept as a group, everyone here, Gingerdalians, are we accepting that Evelyn is a witch, or Evelyn has some type of witch powers?
It could be that.
Are we accepting this?
Yeah. Is she our Sabrina connection, or And remember that if you want to make sure that we read your comment, you can do the super chat.
That's right. So this way we know what's going on. But that's what we want to know for sure. We want to know if you guys think immediately that maybe, hey, she could be a witch. Mm-hmm. Or her father definitely could be like a warlock, et cetera.
Like we're going to see an Ever Never in Sabrina. Like her grandmother or something.
God. Do you think so?
Maybe. I don't know. Like at this point, that's got to be the. Like I doubt we're gonna see the Gargoyle King, so we might see.
I mean, we know that there's a connection as far as G&G and the farm, and it's just. They're strange bedfellows, and we're gonna get that info, and it's gonna show up in strangest of ways.
Right.
I think so immediately. So I can't wait for that.
Yeah. Speaking of strange bedfellows.
Yes.
Archie had a couple.
Ooh.
Or jail fellows.
Ooh, Archie did. Archie did. I agree with that. All right. So with Archie was getting into fights galore at this fight club. Like, and the thing about the fight club for me, which was very weird, was that the warden seemed to enjoy it too much.
Yeah, that was some grotesque like pederasty.
Yeah, right. But I think his was more just like he has an affinity for violence. Yeah. It wasn't like even though it is because they're underage. Yeah. That's the whole thing where you're like, older guy likes to see younger people do something, anything immediately.
But it is just like the bloodlust. Right?
But it is the bloodlust, that's what it's, and that's what he did say. He said people want it for the bloodlust, so let's make sure you get it done just like that. And my thing is, how far does this fight club go? Like, are we figuring out ultimately that it carries outside of the jail? That there are people on the outside putting bets as well?
There has to be, right?
Right? Because it can't be just the guards.
You've got to bring in people who have money, right?
How much is Mr. Lodge connected to this fight club?
Yeah. Mr. Lodge. Well, Mr. Lodge is behind everything all the time.
Well, that's what I'm asking.
There's no way that Mr. Lodge is not actually somehow running things behind the scenes, for sure. Like, that's not even a question.
You know what? I'm going to throw something out there just to be fun, because we haven't seen her in a while anyway. What if Hermione's actually putting a bill for it?
Oh, is this like her estate money? Like she's like she does the fight club so she can save up money to leave her husband.
I just need to bring her back in. I don't know. I have not seen her in a while.
You know what? She appreciates that, I'm sure. I'm sure she appreciates that.
But actually, she's not that kind of violent person.
Yeah. But you know what I did like about this Fight Club storyline? That it reminds me of my ode to Archie, okay, and his noble idiocy, okay? Because Archie refused to join. He was not going to do it for any benefits. He only joined in order to save Joaquin's beautiful face. That is the kind soul that Archie Andrews is. And that is why I love his stupid ass.
Joaquin. Can we not get enough of Joaquin? No, at moments, every time when I feel down and I feel blue, I think to myself, Joaquin's eyes. They've sold me for the day.
There you go.
That's it. Look at not those eyes. Those eyes are kind of they're kind of welded shut.
But that's why Archie had to step in because he couldn't have him looking like that.
No. See, Archie knew.
We had to restore him to his
Archie
rightful
knew.
self.
Archie knew. He was like, I'll take the beatings.
Exactly.
And he definitely later does take the beatings for Joaquin and everyone else.
Because he didn't want you to cry that day.
No, he didn't. He didn't. I think. See,
that's why I love Archie.
Thanks,
and then,
Archie.
And then when he tries to take the guy down in one punch, right?
Oh,
it's not cool enough. It's not good enough.
No.
They're like, you got to make it go for several rounds. So what does he do?
He
takes the beating for several rounds.
Okay, now that's the thing where you got to realize, at that moment, that's who you're watching. You're watching the hero. Right. You're watching the main protagonist. You're watching the guy that makes everything move. Because no one else would they actually choose to take that level of sacrifice.
Right.
To be able to protect everyone else in this jail. Archie's already done so much in this prison already. He's already had a town hall meeting with everyone that made them say, yeah, you're right. We shouldn't fight. Forget our racism and all the other things that we usually get in jail.
We are in a new era.
We are in a new era.
Yeah.
And Archie is the one that led us to it. But how did Archie do it? He brought cheerleaders. Yeah. How can you fight that guy?
That's right.
We haven't seen girls in a while. Here you go. I bring girls to you so you can see them. And now at least you realize that you guys have something to look forward to once you're out of juvenile.
Peace, love, and
once you're out of juvenile hall, you guys remember that you're young and you still have your life ahead of you. Mm-hmm. So there's more than just what's happening here. Mm-hmm. So it was, even though it was stupid, it was kind of smart.
Yeah.
There was a lot more that went along with it. And I get that. So even though you want to trash talk Archie, which, trust me, guys, you know me.
You do.
You know I do. I can't trash talk Archie on this episode. Yeah. Archie, congratulations. You've won me over, man. You've won me over. I'm loving everything about it right now. Like, man, the guy... He can do all wrong, but everything he does wrong still works out to be right.
You're right.
So that's
it comes back around. It comes
back around.
And it's also like in a show where like everyone's gonna do things for their own gain, right? You have to have like that one character who's like, oh no,
always working for everyone else.
Exactly. Even though he wavers sometimes because he's lost his way or whatever, he doesn't know what the right thing is. But once he figures it out, he does it.
Oh, jeez.
My son. And he also wanted to fulfill your fantasies of Shawshank Redemption.
Oh, yes!
Because he found that book.
He found that stone hammer, or rock hammer, inside of Mad Dog's book. Mm-hmm. And that's where he was like, so Mad Dog was trying to get out. Oh, man. Like, he figured that out. And it was like, bravo. Congratulations, Archie. You are showing me that you're not stupid. You're showing me that you can be a leader. You're showing me that you have proper social skills and cognitive skills as well.
This is like a brand new Archie.
Archie, I'm loving. Jail is the best thing that's happened to you, man. Congratulations, Archie, because you are just blooming into a young man.
I think he's had the best jail run of CW shows so far in 2018.
Yeah, because I mean Arrow. So,
Arrow, like Oliver's not doing so great in jail.
Oh no,
Barry was doing fine, but it was kind of like summer camp.
Barry, because he was like, "Oh, I'm in jail. Let me get out of jail real quick and stop this crime and come back in." And then everyone
but
CW,
Archie's really,
Archie's
putting in the work.
He's making a real good pass at jail right now, and I got to give it up to him. Now, I've got to say something here. We did get to meet what I like to call the LVP of the episode.
The LVP?
That's the least valuable player, and that's my man, Baby Teeth.
Baby Teeth.
The dude gave his name, and we did not see him after he did say it. That was it. He was like, hey, yeah, I'm Baby Teeth. And that's blah, blah, and that's so-and-so. Come punch his bag so people don't think you're a horrible person. Okay. And then we never saw Baby Teeth again. I expected Baby Teeth to die because he introduced himself.
Right.
Oh, Baby Teeth's going to die in the ring.
Now we're going to care because he said his name.
Archie is going to end up killing him in the ring. That's what I thought. Or something like that.
You went dark.
Well, either that or like he was going to be forced to. Where it was like... Fight goes on, and Archie's like, I don't want it to go. Fight goes on, and then Archie's like, all right, bow, and then or he's put inside the infirmary,
right?
Right. But no, it didn't happen. He shows up for a second, and then after that, Baby Teeth is never seen or heard from again. So maybe we'll see him in the next episode.
Yeah, maybe he'll come back around for the escape, for the great escape.
I like him. He could have been Chick.
He could have been Chick, yeah. Although some people don't want him to escape, it appears. So some people want to see more of Archie.
My God, you guys are loving this right now. Let me see. No, we need Jughead to get tattoos of the prison and get the Archie version of Prison Break happening. That's what Toku Kid wants.
I mean,
I love it. I agree. Jughead gets the tattoos, gets into prison, and then hey, we'll all get out. And the only way to get out is through the front door, which they already knew, and they automatically just walk right out. And they're like, "What the heck?" And that would be it. And he's like, "Why'd I get tattoos?" I don't know. It's the end of the episode.
That's what you want. You just want.
I want it to be a needless moment where he's like, "Oh, we're gonna get you out," and they're like, "Oh, right out here, sir."
Whereas some of you just want him to do his time, but his time is like so many years, guys. You want to still be in jail in season 4 of Riverdale?
Yeah, dude. I just want Archie to kill someone in the ring.
Y'all are terrible.
That's all I want.
I don't want my son to go through this suffering.
Okay, maybe he can really harm someone.
Okay, yes, there you go. Really
so
harm
much
someone.
That Baby Teeth, because it has to be Baby Teeth, is gonna be in kind of whatchamacallit, like just kind of like intensive care.
Right, and then he'll cry to Veronica, who will pay for Baby Teeth's medical bills.
Yes.
And then her dad will try to stop her, and then they'll have like a full-on fight, like over Baby Teeth's hospital bed.
Oh my God! Oh, I love it.
This episode
I love it. Well, talking about fights. between
Veronica
and her father. We definitely had one at this moment where Veronica kind of flexed her muscle.
Yeah, Veronica,
right?
Showed off her.
But before she did, she had a little problem with a little bit of jingle jangle.
Yes.
I told you Jingle Jangle was back, guys. The best pharmaceutical drug money cannot buy because it's not a pharmaceutical drug. Showed up again inside of Pixie Sticks.
Yep.
Who does not like Pixie Sticks?
Right.
Who does not like
And
drugs?
everyone would have had those Pixie Sticks at that opening.
Come on.
He's trying to ruin Veronica's club.
And that's so harsh. Mm-hmm. So he has a lab just so they can make it, just so he can send it to his daughter as a proper bleep year.
Dad of the year, honestly.
Dad of the year.
Yeah. At this point, I don't don't even know what his goal is anymore, other than just like put Veronica.
It's underage drinking and drugs. That's what his goal is.
Like, I wish that you wouldn't be involved in legitimate businesses. What I really want you to do
is get in charge of get with this drug kind of thing I got running here, and you can bring your shirtless boyfriend along. So immediately, that was the best thing. Yeah. Opens a box, and they're like, oh. And once they did, I knew it was there. I was so excited. I was like, Jingle Jangle, it's back! Oh my God, the worst name for drugs. And it was just like, bring it the worst name.
All other drugs out of business.
It does, because and you think about it, people aren't really smart when it comes to naming drugs.
No.
They're like, all right, Molly. Like, Molly?
Yeah,
how does that really... I hear Molly and I think Molly Ringwald, and I'm thinking, what?
Well, if Molly Ringwald was a drug, I would do her.
That makes sense. You heard it here, guys. Cut that soundbite for me, please. Okay, but no, that's true. Like, okay, I would go for like that, but there's Molly. Then there's like, what are the other ones? Something. Special K.
Then
like
you're like ketamine, right? It's
ketamine. Special K. Yeah. No one likes Special K. Parents don't like Special K. They look at it and they're like, I'm only getting it so I can make my kid upset. No one likes Special K. That's because you do that as a parent.
Right,
Every once in a while, you just do stuff.
Well, now we know your secret.
Yeah, well, that's what I do.
You and Veronica's dad would get along.
Wash these dishes. There are no dishes. And I'll just take stuff and put stuff on the dish. Wash these dishes. I just, I don't know.
But Veronica did successfully evade the Jingle Jangle fiasco.
Oh, bravo.
With some good old-fashioned blackmail.
Dude,
right?
the sheriff shows up and he's like, I'll be taking cash donations. And I was like, oh, great. So you already knew the Jingle Jangle was here. Because
everyone's under his thumb.
Yes.
Oh, I'm so tired.
He's like, all right, wait for her to get this package. Once she gets the package, because Penny's going to bring it.
Yeah.
Once you get the package, then you show up. So that's exactly how it had a time. Like, dude, that is so messed up. Like, why do you hate me so much?
Exactly.
Horrible father.
Yeah. But then he still comes to the opening, right? With that smooth operator self. And he's like, I'm proud of you, Chica.
My God. He made me want to wear a suit for a moment.
I know.
He really did.
Like, I love him, but I hate him.
Yeah, right? Mark Consuelos is very much just like the previous co-host, which is Ro, a vampire. The man probably does not age. I don't know how he sleeps. I don't know if he does. And most likely sleeps in a pool of like puppy blood. I don't know. But whatever to keep young.
To keep young, yeah,
exactly. Keep young, I don't know whatever
I
knew
that you were going that
I don't know whatever it is.
I got it.
But because I don't know what he does, but look at him. He looks so smooth.
I know.
I want to be him. I wanted to be Ro when he was here too. So there you go. So there you go. So it's just like, but Consuelos, dude, bravo to you.
Yeah.
I love it in every bit. But okay. So moving on from there, so Veronica has her moment and she figures out her dad's trying to screw her. So she says, I'm going to go ahead and confront him one-on-one. And she says, well, I need to find where he's making the Jingle Jangle.
Right. She did a little detecting of her own.
Right, and then that's when we got to be reintroduced to Cheryl.
Yeah.
And
Cheryl and Toni.
Yes.
Toni.
Yes.
Thank God we got to actually see them this episode.
Oh, man. It was so... And look, I love the way she's just like, well, I'm the Serpent Queen.
Yeah, it's like the Queen and her knight, right?
But see, she's not supposed to be the Serpent Queen because the thing is, the Serpent Queen is supposed to be...
Betty.
Betty, right?
Yeah, but Betty's too busy being Nancy Drew. So.
Exactly. So somebody else has to sit in the throne.
Exactly.
So there you go.
Keeping it warm.
Now the Serpent
just
Queen
like she's
and her
keeping
first...
class president warm for Archie, right?
That's right.
She's the seat warmer for everyone.
I loved it. Now out of nowhere, we got to see a little bit of Toni. Thank God. We got to see Toni again. So that was great. And unfortunately, they did the one thing that I just did, which is they did not get the kiss.
Oh.
You know?
Yeah.
Can they show some level of affection?
I know.
They're a couple, for God's sakes.
We see, like, they're very cute and I love them and they have great chemistry, but, like, I feel like the show never gives them everything that they deserve.
Yeah.
It makes me very
hold hands.
Yeah.
God, something, you know? Mm-hmm. Give me something that lets me know that, okay, this relationship is still working here. Yeah. It's Choni, right?
Choni, yeah.
Well, then if it's Choni, then can they actually be Choni? Hold some hands. That's all I'm saying. Hold some hands.
Hold some hands.
That's all I'm saying. Nothing more.
Hands?
Nothing more. I'm not asking for, like, blah, blah,
I'm
blah.
asking for more. I'm asking for more. I'm asking for their own bunker. That's what I want.
I like it. Hey, that is true. We need equal time. Equal time.
Exactly.
Can they do more than that?
Yeah.
Oh, they sat on each other's laps. That's about it.
They're so cute.
Special.
I love them.
Yeah, I don't know. So they go ahead and invade the freaking whatchamacallit,
the lair,
the
drug lair,
the drug lab.
The drug lab. That's right.
The lab where
it's
they're
very
making
scientific.
you right.
Yes.
And there was one moment where it looked like they just had cumin inside of a grinder, and I was like, "Is that how you make jingle jingle? Is it cumin?
That's how you make the jingle
jingle.
Is
it cumin? Is that what it is? What is that? Is that cumin? Like, I don't know. It sounds like an old person talking about spices.
Yeah, but don't give away their secrets, or else we'll just make it at home.
Look at that! Look at that! I'm telling you, it's like, here goes ground like cumin. Yeah. This is how we make it. Everyone loves this. And it's like jingle jangle.
Oh, they gotta make it sparkly at some point.
Yeah, pretty much. It has to be something. But I definitely want to try some jingle.
Yeah, I love them getting like their hands, getting their hands dirty with this, breaking in, checking things out themselves, taking those photos they can send not to the sheriff, but to the FBI.
That's
she
right.
was like, I'm going all the way. Next season, it's Riverdale versus the Nation.
Oh!
And the Nation is going to take you down.
I did love it because, it was where she tells, when she takes them back, and you realize why they were doing all of this. Why they broke in, why they took the pictures. It was all to bring it back to Mr. Lodge, just so that now she has a trump card.
Yeah.
And she drops the pictures there. I loved it when she went back to her father, drops the pictures, and says, "This is what you're gonna do. Yeah. This is how much you're gonna give me.
Yeah, $10,000 a week in perpetuity.
My God,
like I want to demand that from my father.
Oh, I would love that. I would love that. My dad could not pay it because he's dead, but still,
that was really sad.
Nonetheless, it would be great to ask for. Oh, it's so dark. Just as dark as Archie killing baby teeth inside of jail with his own hands.
These teenagers really are just operating at I cannot even dream of living the way that they do.
Dude, it's a high level right now, and it's like, man, I need to be as cool as these kids are, right? Teenagers in Riverdale truly believe they are invincible. That's right. I agree with DDT cosplay. They definitely think they are, but the truth is, are they not?
Unless they get murdered by the Gargoyle King or by Black Hood or
their father.
Exactly.
Because that's pretty much how you have to die. It's like Highlander almost.
Yeah.
The particular hierarchy on who can kill you.
Yeah.
So it's the Gargoyle King, blah, blah, or your own
dead.
father.
Or you're dead.
Yeah, that's it. That's how the teens die in Riverdale. But I did love that speech. It was really good. Mm-hmm. Like, she just gave it to him, and then all he could do, and you saw it at that moment where he kind of looks at her like, I appreciate her.
Yeah,
I taught her well.
Exactly. He was proud of her. And then at the end, all he could do is go on the defense, right? Which is make his lab disappear.
He was like, then later, when she come back and she's like, blah, blah, blah.
So even though it's like now they're back on an even playing field. It's like he didn't get one over on her.
No.
Usually it ends with him teaching her a lesson and me just barfing. But instead, it was actually just like, all right, well, you did that. Now I pulled it back.
Yes.
Next time we'll start over. So I like that.
God, it was one of the best moments. I do like it because seeing them grow and they're always trying to compete for the one-upmanship.
Right.
And it's funny enough, this episode really marks their relationship as a family because really the only two players in the family are father and daughter, and mother is usually nowhere to be seen.
Off mayoring.
Yeah, she's, I'm a mayor. I'm doing mayoral stuff. Yeah, sure, go over there, honey. I've got to go ahead and just kind of corrupt my daughter again. That's it. That's it. Speaking of.
Now that brings us to our tardy absent truant.
Oh, very true.
Yeah, I love transitions.
I love segues. Well, not really. I don't know. So segue, it's also the thing that killed the creator. So you don't like those things. He right off a cliff. It was
why are you so tragic
dark today?
What is happening?
God. I don't, because the episode was dark too.
Because the episode was dark. That's why. It put you in that mood.
I'm still dark from last week. It's just it keeps going.
All right. So, who was tardy today?
Who was tardy today? So, first on the list, we have Toni Topaz.
Yes, she finally arrived. A little bit late, but always glamorous, always fashionable.
Oh, man. I love her. Yeah, that's right. Always glamorous. I like that. That's Toni. That breaks her down to a science.
So we just want to see her in class a little bit more often.
Yeah,
We want to see her give a presentation.
If you guys can make sure that she can probably participate more in class, we would appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you. Please and thank you.
Yes, that's right. We're actually talking to her grandfather because that's her only living relative.
Oh.
So apparently,
why are you
Granddad,
like this?
he is.
Right.
Granddad, could you please have her come back to school a lot more?
Yeah.
She's hanging out with too many bad friends.
That's true.
Then moving on, we have Kevin, who is also tardy.
Yeah.
Because Kevin didn't do much in this episode.
He was like, "Hi, I'm here for the opening. Bye."
That was it. He was like, "Ladies and gentlemen, here goes some singing."
Yeah, I think he told Josie she would sing, and she was like, "Thank you for my speaking lines."
Yeah, that was it. And go ahead. And he walked right off stage.
Yeah.
Right off stage, and that was it. And last but not least, the crowd favorite guys, Jingle Jangle.
Jingle Jangle.
Jingle Jangle showed up.
Yes.
And it is, once again, like I said, the best drug in town.
After an extended absence.
Yeah, after extended absence, Jingle Jangle, we're so glad you showed up today. Class would not be good without you.
That's true.
So, thank you, Jingle Jangle, for showing up.
You make the learning experience fun.
You do. You do, Jingle Jangle. Now, we have to go on to some people that we are very upset with.
Yes.
Because you were absent today.
Exactly. I'm missing out.
And those people happen to be absent today. Starting off, we have Hermione.
Yes. In such a huge Lodge family episode, Hermione and her contribution to the dynamic was nowhere to be found.
And the thing is, now when you think about it, I think I realize why. Because there was so much underground stuff going on. There had to definitely be underage drinking. She knew at that speakeasy. And then she also had to worry about...
So you thought she had to keep her nose out of it because of her mayor things?
And then also the whole, like, oh, God, what's he going to do? I'm going to go ahead and send drugs to her today. Honey, I can't be part of that. I have my old stuff to do.
So that's the Watsonian explanation.
Yes.
So I'll give you the Doylist one.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
Which is that I don't think they've really decided what side Hermione lands on. Because they want her to be likable. Like, they want her to be someone that we care about, like, in terms of, like, wanting her and Veronica to have a strong relationship. But at the same time, they don't want her to get rid of her husband. Because if she really loved her daughter, she would get rid of her husband, and she has the power to do that.
Yes.
So, because they can't figure out where she lands, I think that often leaves her removed from that fight.
Ooh,
and I think it's
nice.
I hope that they pick a side eventually so we can really
hopefully. I mean, I'm looking forward to it because I want to see what she can do because she's a powerful actress and it would be great to use her, at least utilize her and giving us some really good monologues breaking down the family ethic and saying how they are truly destroying themselves because I think they need to be reminded of it. And she's the one to pretty much say, look what you two are doing. This is what blood is supposed to do. You were mad at her because she chose someone who wasn't blood, but yet you come after her as if she isn't blood.
That's so true. Yeah, exactly. I think that would be like a nice end point for that arc. You know, because at some point, either they're going to kill each other or they're going to realize
it's going to become that or she's going to become Lady Macbeth.
Yeah, that's
she's
true.
She's going to be walking around
that's
insane.
The other end of it.
And that's scary, but it's pretty much how most dramas always end up, where either you become this strong, powerful mother, female, wife
like
figure.
a avenging figure.
Yes, or you go crazy. It's one of the two. And it's not even a joke, but it's true. That's what always happens on dramas.
Yeah.
So that's a concern. Also, we have to say, Moose, we haven't seen you in a while, man.
Yeah, he's off pretending to be straight with his dad.
Yeah.
It's too bad. You know, he left Kevin hanging there. Kevin had to go stag in the opening.
Dude, and so the question I gotta ask you. I know we asked it already, but I really want to get your opinion. Was Moose wrong for trying to hide his relationship, or was he right for trying to hide it?
I think. Well, I don't think he was wrong or right. Right? Like I do think it's personal. You know, like it is when you come out. That's your
proper
own
answer.
That's your own story.
Proper answer right there.
Yeah, but the way that he treated Kevin, like he making Kevin feel like Kevin was something to hide or to be ashamed of. Because like obviously they hadn't had that proper conversation, right?
Ooh,
if Kevin's out here asking like, "Are you ashamed of me?" then they haven't discussed like, "Hey, listen, I love you, Snugglepuss, but I cannot talk about my homosexuality in front of people who can tell my dad." Or whatever.
Exactly. You know? That's it. It's like my worry right now is my father. After that worry is cleared, then things will be better. So I agree with you. Good answer.
Thank you.
Look at her, guys. See, she's already got it going on. So those are the two that are absent. Now we got to get to truant. It's the one thing that I don't accept. I don't accept truancy. So here it comes. First off, let's talk off, since we said off.
Yes.
Let's talk about the one thing that was off. Reggie's shirt. Once again, gone. Completely missing.
For why?
What reason? For why? I love that. For why? For why? You tell me for why.
He was just like moving boxes. And he was like, I can't wear a shirt for this.
You know what, guys? I gotta move a shirt. What?
Yeah,
Did you say move a shirt or box?
I see him flexing his muscles so that Veronica will notice him.
Okay, now the thing is, and you pointed out, you did a tweet.
I did tweet about this.
So,
I tweeted about this. I tweeted and I was just like, you know that Veronica's ride or die for Archie because she won't even look at Reggie's shirtlessness. And someone responded and they're like, even though she's dating him in real life, an actress. Like,
there you go.
My God, Camilla Mint is so powerful at acting that she doesn't even look at her real boyfriend's muscles.
Nope.
Because Veronica's thinking about her fake boyfriend's muscles.
Yes. So all she's thinking about is, I need to see my man free again. And that's all I'm concerned about. My man's free. And here he comes like, hey, so the shirt's off.
Poor Reggie.
Here goes Jingle Jangle moving boxes. All for you. How's everything going, Veronica?
And then he ruined it with that my mom will kill me, right?
Yes, yeah. He was like, Jingle Jingle,
that.
my mom will kill me. She was like, simp.
Yeah, put your shirt back on.
Yeah, she was like, sorry, square. Archie wouldn't say that because he'd say my dad would kill me. So either way it goes, she's like,
a much more powerful
that's
statement.
It. I can see it happening with her dad, not with your mom. So we have the Reggie shirt. Sorry, goodbye, Reggie shirt. And then also, Ever, never. Edgar, ever, never.
Yes,
is never there. That's it. And right now,
Edgar, never, ever.
Edgar,
is never,
ever is never there.
Yes.
Never, ever there. And the reason we put the Gargoyle King as our idea
because we think he's the Gargoyle
exactly,
King.
Guys. You guys heard us. We said it on the first episode. So he's connected to that, blah, blah. And then here comes Betty stealing our idea on the next episode. Mm-hmm. Oh, and that's interesting how this happened and blah, blah. You're watching this show. That's what's happening.
Yeah. He hasn't even been cast yet. I mean, Edgar never has not been cast.
Edgar has not been cast yet.
And obviously, the Gargoyle King has not been announced because it's the same casting.
There you go. All
right. Well, what do you guys think? Who do you guys think is the Gargoyle King, and who do you guys think is Edgar Evernever? What is his purpose? What is happening here?
I just need to know, and I think you guys know the answer just as well as we do.
So
let's see if you guys agree with us. Tell us in the chat right now exactly who do you think those two are the same person, and then also some of the art inside of the book. It's just all pointing towards the Gargoyle King. All the parents are freaked out, concerned about the Gargoyle King, and they've played the game before. FP, I see the blue on your lips, boy. All these things. So it's all coming in circles.
Right.
And we know we're getting to that episode where the kids are going to play the adults, but back in time. Like,
next week. It's going to be next week.
And I'm telling you, now we get to the moment of our predictions.
Yes.
Our predictions. What do you think is going to happen next week?
Okay, so first off, we're still going to get Bughead and Barchie making out.
Yes.
But as their parents, which is... I'm just never going to be over this. So, because I'm still thinking about this, I need a real prediction from you. You give me...
I needed a real strong drink for...
a level-headed prediction.
Having to go from the parents to the kids.
And back again. But aside from that, I do think that we're going to get, like... the origin, the genesis, if you will, of the Gargoyle King, right?
I think we're going to get the origin of the Gargoyle King. Mm-hmm. I think we're also going to find out exactly who Edgar Never Ever was because he was there then.
Oh.
Because he's the Gargoyle King. Yeah. So, or at least his family is, and they're carrying it down the line.
Okay, so we're going to see how the two things are intertwined.
Yes, maybe. And then we're going to get an introduction into more kind of like the supernatural and a connection to Sabrina and probably a witch guild or a warlock guild, and most likely it will kind of give us sprinkles of telling us how Sabrina is a good witch separated from all the bad witches.
That's true.
Because
I like that. Because there's like white magic,
exactly.
Right? Have some kind of,
so that's what we'll see, and that's where Sabrina's separated from all of them. So that will be a whole thing, and then it's just the Evernevers always coming back to do whatever they need to do to fill up on their ghostly, witchly kind of power or something like that.
A coven. Thank you.
There you go. They're coven. Thank you.
Coven of witches.
A coven. Technically called a coven. That's correct. I'm sorry, I'm not that good or well-versed into Wickendom or whatever, so I'm
Debbie
sorry.
pointed out that there's a serpent in the gargoyle's hand, or it looks
yes!
like. Yeah. So, and since Riverdale loves its serpents, we're definitely going to get yet another connection there. That's all
it.
This,
and I think the whole idea of where the serpents actually came from and their building and the creating of it also still connects to the Gargoyle King. And that's where it's all going to keep going, hence the Ghoulies. I think the Ghoulies are also part of that whole origin.
It's another G.
That's it. It's the Ghoulies, the serpents, and all connected to the Gargoyle King. Okay. Those gangs actually made as fractions. They could have been factions that were really supposed to be like new generation covens.
Oh, that's like a strong prediction.
And then you separate them, and that's how they actually came to be.
I like that.
That would be a great origin, and that would be something that I would hope that they do kind of pay attention to, and don't leave that as an open-ended thing where it's like, we just drew something, we drew a snake in its hand.
Yeah. That's got to mean something. That's got to mean something. Sure.
And so far, Riverdale hasn't let us down when they do those kind of things. They do breadcrumbs, and
like
then later,
mythology.
they pick it up, and they're like dropping on you.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm expecting. I think that's kind of what
we're
expecting.
I like that, for sure. I mean, I definitely thought it was all like one thing, but you just cleared that up for me right there.
That's it. Yeah. So with that, I think we've covered the show in every way possible.
Every way possible. You don't need to know anything else about it.
Nothing about the show. Nothing about the show. And yeah, that's right. It's the Ghoulie style for sure. See, people are agreeing with us. See,
there you go.
I'm telling you. Oh my God, is Jughead being controlled by the Gargoyle King? I don't know. We're still trying to figure out how the Gargoyle King got up to whatever floor that is.
Right. How does no one see him? No one cares that he's there.
So the thing is, like, when he's there at the hospital, that was a weird thing. Yeah. But was he actually there?
That's true. Oh, it could be a delusion. It could be.
Yes, because,
it could be the drugs. You're right.
So we don't know for sure, and that's one of the weird questions that I definitely want to know. We got to get answers,
right? For sure.
Right. I saw someone actually commented on my shirt, and I want to say thank you for that. I appreciate that. Yes, we all do remember cereal. Cereal's a great thing. You know what else we also remember? That TeePublic actually has great shirts that you can purchase online, and the link is in the description below. So if you're interested in getting any of the shirts from that hashtag show, my favorite recently has been, of course, the Battlestar Galactica shirt, but no, really, my favorite recently has been the OG That Hashtag Show shirt. I really like the classic logo. Yeah. It looks great, and it's something that I think if you guys want to make sure that you represent us everywhere possible, get that shirt. Go ahead and get it. Show it around. Tell your friends about it. Because people will always ask, "Hey, what is that?" And you're like, "Oh, That Hashtag Show." Well, it's how you happen to be the person that's the coolest person at the water cooler. You're person
spreading the gospel, just like Ethel is spreading the gospel of the Gargoyle King.
There you go.
It's all connected.
There you go. So you can tell people about it. Or you can always wear L's shirt and be kind of naughty with some tea. She's a teabagger. So, that's what it is. Go teabaggers.
I saw.
I'm not saying anything else. But definitely, you can head over and get your shirts there. They are having a sale. They usually have a sale every 2 days. Mm-hmm. So you can go over and get your shirts at a much lower price than you can get anywhere else. And with that, I think we have covered everything.
Yes, I think that we've done all we can.
Right?
All we can for these poor souls in Riverdale.
Tell everyone where they can find you.
You can find me at Marcella's Ear on Twitter and Instagram. And you can also check out other podcasts. Well, this isn't a podcast, but whatever. If you want to hear my voice, you can check out the Flash podcast and DC TV Gumption, or Ladies with Gumption.
There you go. All right. Well, you can find me here on That Hashtag Show. I'm on a lot of different shows. Metro Ranger Wrap Up. I'm on the Ranger Wrap Up. And I'm also on here, Gingerdale. So you can find me on any one of those shows right here on That Hashtag Show.
Oh, yeah.
Look me up
on a superhero show.
There you go. There you go. That's right.
Tomorrow.
What time?
Tomorrow at 9 p.m. Pacific.
You have any idea what you guys are going to be talking about yet?
I never know anything. Actually, I do know Power Rangers.
No.
What?
It's Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman. But I was actually
saying that I'm just talking
about Lois and Clark.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
really?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So there you go. You're going to be excited for all that news and information that you're going to be getting there. And also, I think you're going to be breaking some news stories while you're there.
Yes.
So that'll be something. So you can make sure you tune in for that. And you'll be able to make sure that you guys know everything weeks before everyone else does. So you're the coolest person in school, in work, or at the water cooler. It doesn't even matter. Just remember, you'll be cool. So with that, I want to go ahead and sign off and say, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe to this channel to stay up to date with everything trending in geek pop culture.